You know, Colin's brother John attended college, he's majoring in football, playing football. I think it's New Hampshire. He played last year, and he was a pretty good influence on making the team win this almost state title last year.
He, along with Sean Yoder, Luke Yoder's older brother.
Indeed.
Bible now on Rob Grange.
Yep, yes sir.
Inside to Max Swanson. By Trent Fisher.
But rebounded by North Penn. That's another bucket for Grange.
Grange with the offensive rebound and the putback. Makes it 6-5 North Penn. Connor Blyble secures the ball inside, passes it back out to Luke Yoder. Colin Post setting up the offense now.
Christian Golden got the ball. My apologies, Vincent.
You're good, mate.
Yeah. Trent Fisher. Oh, almost had it. Off Luke Yoder.
Rebound.
Turnover there by Pennridge. Jones bringing it down the court. Stolen by Trent Fisher. Connor Blyble throwing it down past half court. Luke Yoder coming down the wing. Back to Blyble. Gives it to Colin Post. Having fun in the paint. Oh, just off there.
That is
off the mark. North Penn ball. That was off on Yoder. Joe Larkins bringing down the ball. Now in the hands of Rob Karangi. Jones will shoot the three, and it's good.
It's good. 9-5 North Penn.
Christian Golden is taking down the ball. He is looking to set offense. He's going to take his time right over here. Gives it to Trent Fisher. Into the hands of Connor Blyble. Back to Trent outside the key.
Marking the post, dishes it back out to Connor.
Luke Yoder with the tray.
Is all try. Fisher secures the rebound. And it's back to Christian Golden.
Back to
reset the offense.
You know, Christian has committed to DeSouth University earlier today.
Yeah, just today. That's where his brother went as well. Pretty exciting for him. Pump fakes, Christian Golden. Takes the mid-range jumper, it's off the mark.
It's off the mark there. Rebound by Matt Swanson going down to Joe Larkins.
Tip that pass by Christian Golden. It'll stay North Penn ball. Anthony Phillips checking in now. Connor Blyble will take a seat on the bench. 2:45 remaining in this first quarter. 9-5 North Penn. Inbound to
Larkins. Covered by Golden. Mike Chafee with it now.
Screen by Swanson. Looking for Swanson down low now.
Looking around.
Finds Karangi.
Defense on the center.
Back out.
Chafee almost lost it. Trent Fisher. A little bit of a mismatch right here.
Chafee organizing the offense now.
There's the offense right there. Larkins right there. And miss Austin. Colin Post grabs the board. Christian Golden
missed there.
Christian Golden draws the foul. I believe that is on Matt Swanson. Yes, it is, and it's his first foul of the game.
Indeed, that'll send Colin Post to the line for 2.
For North Penn, I think I forgot to mention this earlier. They are coming off a loss to CB South on Tuesday, 52-54. Real close game. Their record is 8-14.
Number 12, Colby Barrow checking in now. Rob Karangi takes a seat.
Let's see that. And the SOL Challenge. The boys will be playing this in April, I believe that's what it is. And
Colin Post second free throw off the mark. Joe Larkins secures the rebound, pushes it up court, finds Josh Jones.
And Josh Jones
is on the wing.
To Chafee going down the board, looking for somebody. He's looking for paint view. Forces him to set up and reset. Luke Yoder doing a little bit of coverage right over there. Gives it to the hands of
Anthony Phillips on Colby Barrow. Up by Matt Swanson.
Matt Swanson scores. Christian Golden, you gotta take it slow. Christian Golden,
and an offensive foul on
Christian Golden.
No, Trent Fisher.
Oh, what's up?
Trent Fisher was moving screen.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought I saw it. My bad.
North Penn ball. Joe Larkins brings it back up.
It looks like they're going to sub in Carter Halutin at the sub bench. He's getting ready to check in. Right now we got Josh Jones giving it. Gives it to Larkins. I'm sorry. Back to Jones. Gives it to Barrow.
Swanson inside. A foul called.
Foul called on
Christian Golding.
No,
Point guard.
No, I'm sorry. That shooting foul was on Paul Croyle. But Anthony Phillips, I apologize. I'm getting these numbers mixed up. Oh, just makes it to the iron. As they sub in number 10, Carter Halewitton. That's how you say the last name.
Mike Chafee checks out.
You know, somehow I thought I knew Mike Chafee. And Swanson makes the second one, nothing but net. Christian Golden's going to take it up now. Well, Christian Golden gets 13 points a game. I mentioned that. At the time winding down in the first quarter, 54 seconds left. Colin Post has the ball. Ooh, bad pass by Colin. Gives it to the hands of Larkins.
Joe Larkins pushing now.
Give it in the hands of Carter. Hollinson. I have to say the last name right.
Back to Carter on the wing. Gives to Larkins on top, and they'll reset the offense.
Gives it back into the hands of Hollinson. Almost lost the ball. Jones has it now secured.
Colin Post on him.
Number 12,
Yoder on
Barrow has it. Larkins. 15 seconds left.
Christian Golden on Joe Larkins. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. 13-6 North Penn.
Larkins will have the ball.
Pump fakes, move inside, and a foul call.
Foul on Christian Golden.
5 seconds.
First foul of the game for Christian.
North Penn will inbound from underneath the basket. Stolen by Pennridge. Luke Yoder from way downtown. And that'll go to the first quarter. 13-6 North Penn leads at the end of this first quarter.
(13-6) North Penn at the end of the first quarter. I'm trying to make fun. Really good job by this production crew and everything that got put together with this. Want to thank Nolan Snyder, MJ McFellin, Matt Tomio, Timbo Grindle, all the people that made this possible.
Trent Campbell working the camera on the other side of the court. Shout out to Trent.
Shout out to Trent, Matt Tomio on the far side. And I also want to give a shout out to the student section over in Pennridge.
Yes, sir.
They really showed out. They really showed out tonight, showing out their whiteout team. A couple students from North Penn here. I'm facing Pennridge, so it's a little bit easier to know that more people from there showed up. All right, for the lineup, Pennridge is bringing back in. They're keeping Luke, Trent, Anthony, Colin, and Christian in the game.
North Penn rolling with the same crew as well.
I think I'm sorry. Okay. Gives it off to Fisher. We have to Yoder. Yoder's being guarded closely. Christian's guarded closely too.
Down to Trent Fisher inside, working the paint on Matt Swanson. Turn around,
Trent Fisher gets it.
Joe Larkins bringing it up now.
Sorry, our scoreboard's a little under malfunction. We'll get that up and running again. Disappeared. We'll just have to switch. It's okay. Sorry. Just
Colby Barrow with it.
Excuse our technical difficulties.
And that is out on Pennridge. It'll be North Penn ball.
They're going to pass it in over here. Gives it out to number 12 of Barrow. And Matt Swanson takes it in for a layup.
Matt Swanson and Trent Fisher having quite the big man battle down low in the paint.
Oh, Trent takes him out. Stolen by Barrow. Offensive foul.
Charging foul called. Luke Yoder crossing contact, and it'll be going the other way.
That's going to be 13. That's going to be Josh Jones' first foul of the game. Second team foul. Christian Golden will bring the ball up court. As I was talking about, I wasn't going to talk about anything. I was just trying to say. Mike Chafee and Rob Pennridge are going to check back into the game.
North Penn leads 6:42 remaining in the second quarter. Barrow up top.
Barrow up top, covered by Yoder. Gets it out to number 10. Oh, I can't see some numbers today. Out of the Holliton. Gives it out to Larkins.
Back to Carter.
Back to Carter.
Looking inside from Swanson. Can't find picked by Christian Golden, but North Penn secures it. Josh Jones now.
Good attempt by Christian. Just wasn't really there. It's all good. Gives it up to Carter. Gives it up to
Toby Barrow.
Toby Barrow. I have to remember that. Giving Luke Yoder. Giving those coverage out to Larkins. Covered by Golden.
Makes a move inside.
Gives it to Swanson.
Foul called on the floor. On Luke Yoder. Ben Scooter checking in. Luke Yoder will take a seat.
The big man, Ryan Scooter. He's really contributed a lot to this team this year. And because of his big man size, he can handle really good. I've seen him play a lot.
Junior forward. Also plays volleyball.
Plays volleyball. He's real good at that too.
Toby Barrow 4-3 off the mark. Cody Phillips gets out rebound, passes to Christian Golden. Will bring it up, pushing the pressure now.
Gives it to Phillips. Gives it down to post. Gives it back to Phillips. Back to post. Just finding a way to move it around. Back out to Collin.
Trying to feed Trent Fisher, and it's off the foot of North Penn. Josh Jones, and Pennridge will inbound from his side.
Collin Post will inbound.
Finds Trent Fisher.
Trent Fisher gives it up to Ryan Ben Scooter.
Inside Collin Post.
Gets the bucket.
Lead here.
Christian Golden covering Larkins. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
You're good, man.
Christian Golden covering Larkins really tightly. Hand out in front, knows he's really being serious. Good block by Trent Fisher.
Off the back. Christian Golden passes it out.
Gives it back to post.
Down low.
No foul. It's a push on, so balls, I think it's going to stay Pennridge way.
Foul on Joe Larkins.
Foul on Larkins.
That is his first foul. 13th foul. Bobbled the inbound pass there. It'll stay Pennridge ball. Last contact North Penn. Christian Golden goes to inbound again. Finds Ryan Ben Scooter.
Get it back out to Fisher. Finds Scooter in the inside. Golden outside. I know Golden tends to be a good guard. Scooter on the free throw line shot misses. Rebound by Fisher. Back to post. So the intensity of this game really just brings it up. I can't help clapping my hands. I mean, I love watching basketball. I loved watching it ever since I was little. Larkins has the ball. Get it to Chafee. Back up to
Kobe Barrow.
Kobe Barrow.
Scooter on.
Scooter on. Mismatch there. Back on Larkins. Covered by Golden. Barrow. Chafee. Finding Pennridge. Josh Jones inside.
And Josh Jones converts 17-14 North Penn. Christian Golden bringing up the ball now.
Turnover there.
Yoder checking back in for Anthony Phillips.
For Anthony Phillips, Luke Yoder. Larkins bringing up the ball. Covered by Golden. Back back to Larkins. Giving out to Chafee.
Chafee.
Give it to Karangi. Sorry, Karangi.
Josh Jones back to Karangi. The give and go will work. Josh Jones, he will go to the line to shoot.
I had a doubt. I was like thinking to myself, oh my goodness, that was just, it reminded me of those trick shots the Harlem Globetrotters used to do.
Possibly a 3-point play here.
Jones will shoot one at the line. He will miss.
Post bring it up.
Yoder takes it down corner, back out to post. And Mathis Watson's going to check back into the game soon. Trent Fisher has it, gives it off the post. Another Yoder. There you go. Now Larkins has the ball.
Larkins with the ball now. 19-16, North Penn leads. 2:43 remaining in this second quarter and first half. Apologies, the clock does not seem to be working. 2:35 remaining.
I'm straight.
Yeah, excuse our technical difficulties we're having here. We're trying to get the picture as soon as possible.
Seemingly upset with the call there as Joe Larkins and Christian Golden started to get pretty scrappy there, and it results in Pennridge ball.
Oh my goodness, the head coach of North Penn, I literally just saw it. It was literally going right at him. Gotta be careful in these situations. You don't want to be a coach and get a technical foul. You can't get off the bench after that. Believe me, I've played basketball for years, and then the coaches would get seeds.
Trent Fisher called for a trap on the side. And we'll be back to North Penn, exchanging turnovers here. Trent Fisher leading the way with 9 points for Pennridge. Colin Post has 3. Christian Golden still with 0 points. Luke Yoder has 2, and Ryan Benscooter has 2 points. Christian
Almost lost it.
Again. 2 minutes remaining here. 19-16 North Penn leads in this first half. Chafee's shot is off, secured by Benscooter. And it is good.
Back out to Larkins, going to be covered by Golden.
19-18 here. Minute 30 remaining in the first
Chafee
half.
has it, almost stolen by Trent Fisher.
Gets a hand on it.
Christian Golden has it. Christian's going to bring it down. Get back out to Fisher. Going to find Benscooter in the paint. Luke outside. Covered by Larkins. Back out to Fisher. Fisher with the 3. Misses.
Off the mark from downtown. Pennridge definitely trying to shift the momentum before the half ends.
No.
The lead to 1. Pancho in the corner for 3. Off it. Flanks around the rim and decides to go in. It is 22-18 North Penn. 50 seconds remaining in the first half.
That reminded me of a Kawhi Leonard shot where he beat the Sixers to get into the second rounder.
Don't remind me about that one.
All right, Trent Fisher has it. Going to Colin Post.
Luke Yoder.
Luke Yoder has it.
Backing down Joe Larkins in the paint. Move, and it is no good. Controlled by Matthew Swanson. They're going the other way now. And Joe Larkins with the ball. 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
Josh Larkins covered by Golden. They need the last shot here.
Bucket falls mid-range J from Joe Larkins is money. 24-18, 2 seconds now. Colin Post puts up the last second shot of his life. And we will head into the half. 24-18 North Penn. Joe Larkins with the last second shot there.
All right, we're going to take a break. Coming back. We'll see you back here when the second half begins. All right, we are currently coming back from our half. Is he good? All right, we're now coming back from our halftime. The second half's about to start. We're going to send it courtside. Nolan Snyder interviewing with Pennridge head coach Dean Behrens. Both teams are coming back out. All right, coming back into the second half. Both teams are coming back out. Pennridge Rams 18, North Penn Knights 24. As we said before, if Pennridge will win this game, they will guarantee an 8th seed in the playoffs, and they will get a first-round bye. That's pretty cool, huh, Vincent?
And home court advantage.
Home court advantage, that's always the best thing.
Quite the perk. Had it last year, and I mean, obviously it worked out, made it to the state championship.
I know, that was crazy. Kennedy Catholic just made it over the mark to beat Pennridge, but that was a great season for them. Especially with Sean's older brother Sean and Colin's older brother John now playing off in college. Sean's playing for the U.S. Naval Academy. That was just pretty impressive. I did not see a better season than that in my eyes.
Quite the Cinderella story, but if the shoe fits, they say.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother. Getting the balls all back on the rack. Student section's getting up.
Second half of basketball on its way.
Shout out to Sean Lero, Timmy Flynn, and Ray Knight, B Block leaders. At least that's what I think their names are. You're doing a good job. Coming back into the game, they got Connor Fleibel, Luke Yoder, Christian Golden, Colin Post, and Trent Fisher. For North Penn, they have Joe Larkins, Rob Karanji, hardly these names, Josh Jones, Mike Chafee.
Yeah, back to the starting five.
Yeah, back to the starting five. I'll just leave it at that.
Joe Larkins holds the ball, and we are back to action here at the barn. Mike Karanji with the ball now. Mike Chafee.
Swanson gets it into the paint. Scores the bucket. Christian Golden bringing it down, passes to Colin Post. Back out to Trent Fisher. Finding an open man, Christian Golden. Takes a mid-range jumper. And off the iron.
26-20.
Larkins has the ball. Being covered by Golden. Colin Post covering Jones. Back out to Larkins. Give it out to Karanji.
Chafee now back to Larkins, swinging it now. North Penn slowing the tempo.
You can hear this crowd how much Pennridge needs to win here. Chafee covered by Luke Yoder. Tipped away, but
pocket, and it's Pennridge ball the other way. Finds Luke Yoder on the wing.
Give it to Fleibel. Give it to Post. Oh.
The ball moving by Pennridge, and it'll stay Pennridge. Last touch, North Penn.
I said before, Pennridge will play Ben Salem on Saturday at 4 p.m. at Ben Salem. That's going to be a pretty good game.
As a part of the SOL Challenge. If they win that game, there will be a game on Monday, I believe. The game on Saturday will be at 4 p.m.
Yes, sir. Colin Post in the paint. Takes the mid-range jumper off the iron, just got off.
Josh Jones secures the rebound, gives it to Joe Larkins, and we're back the other way, North Penn.
Gives it to Josh Jones. Gives it up to Rob Karanji. Back to Josh Jones.
Outside
to Larkins.
4-3
Off the front iron. To Colin Post. Down to Christian Golden. Almost lost it. He regains his own ball.
Pennridge, not too many three-pointers attempted.
Oh, what a screen by Trent Fisher.
See if that changes in the second half.
I know. Good defense being done by North Penn here.
Christian Golden inside, flashing low.
Took the ball there after the shot, but that was a good layup. Gives out to Larkins.
26-22. North Penn leads by 4. 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. Josh Jones up top. Jab step, and he's going to reset the offense now.
Connor Fleibel on him. Gives it to Karanji with Christian Golden on him.
Rejected by Luke Yoder. Boys got upped, and it's going back the other way.
Get it out to Colin Post.
Luke Yoder on the wing.
We give it out to Fleibel outside. Oh, it seems like Chafee's playing a little physical with Golden there.
Joe Larkins on Colin Post up top. finds Luke Yoder on the elbow.
Finds Yoder coming by Grangi. Gives it to Trent Fisher. Thrown by Swanson. Post.
Had Luke Yoder wide open on the wing. Missed there, and Colin Post.
And that looks like a foul on Colin Post. Yes, it is. It is a second foul of the game. Team reset fouls every half. It's the first team foul for Pennridge.
4:45 remaining here in the third quarter.
Post is going to hand it in.
Post with the rebound. Christian Golden going the other way. Back to Christian.
Gives it into Trent Fisher in the paint. Gives it to Blythe on the corner.
26-25. Pennridge starting the second half on a run.
Timeout North Penn. Timeout North Penn. I think it's a 30-second timeout by North Penn. This Pennridge team really does have their ways of coming back. I mean, we've seen them perform all season. I mean, you've seen a couple other the games that you and I were in the student section. You can see how good these players are. What's your thing?
Strong team. Lots of seniors that have played together basically their whole lives. Lots of chemistry. I mean, sitting at 16-5, they're always in a game. You can never really count them out. Joe Larkins now.
Joe Larkins with the ball. Christian Golden looks like he has called ball. Larkins.
Pennridge averaging 55 points per game and allowing 44 points per game, so winning by an average of 11. The deep three banked.
The bank is open
by Mike Chafee.
The bank was open for $100 bills.
A perfect answer to Pennridge's quick run to start the third. 29-25. Luke Yoder tries to respond with a three of his own, but it's off the iron and recovered by Mike Chafee. Doing it all right now.
Foul drawn on the play.
Foul on Colin Post. That's his third foul.
That's his third foul of the game. Looks like Anthony Phillips might come in for him. Mike Chafee is at the line shooting two.
Mike Chafee, 4 points tonight.
Yeah, Anthony Phillips coming in for Colin Post.
North Penn still rolling with the same five that they came out with to start.
Chafee,
the second one is good. 31-25. North Penn leads. 3:44 remaining in this third quarter.
Christian Golden dribbling up the ball now. Finds Luke Yoder. Chafee's on Golden.
Yoder on the shoulder.
Trent Fisher. Golden getting covered closely. Gives it to Blythe in the paint.
Inside, rejected by Max Swanson. And Pennridge defense causing disruption while North Penn tries to get it up court, but they successfully do. And Josh Jones now going to calm down the offense a little bit. Yeah. Anthony Phillips on him.
I'm liking how these guys are just letting the game play for itself.
And it's Pennridge ball out on North Penn.
Yeah, Pennridge ball on the other last touch by, I think, Josh Jones. Paul Croyle entering the game.
Checking in for Connor Blythe. Paul Croyle has been sidelined in recent games due to ankle injury, but he's back. He is a senior guard.
And you know it. Our senior night was basically last Friday, so it's really good to watch all these seniors play their last year out. Really do phenomenal.
Indeed.
Give it to Croyle. Gives on. Yeah, coming by Reggie. Stolen by North Penn.
By Josh Jones. Josh Jones coming back the other way.
Gives it back to Karanji.
Inside. Foul on Trent Fisher. Seemingly unhappy with that call.
His second foul for the team, third foul for Pennridge. Ball will be passed in by Mike Chafee. Gives it to Josh Jones. Back to Matt Swanson. Mike Chafee draws. I'm sorry, Rob Karanji draws a foul.
And that will send Karanji to the line for 2. Colby Barrow checking in.
Colby Barrow comes in for the shooter, Rob Karanji.
33-25, 2:31 remaining in this third quarter.
Christian Golden dribbling up the ball, Trevor running alongside. Mike Chafee guarding behind the 3.
Anthony Phillips secures the pass. Inside to Trent Fisher.
Trent Fisher with the fake. Oh, almost got it.
Post move worked. Bucket did not fall. It remains 33-25 here. Low scoring game.
Yeah, low scoring game. I know some games like this, but hey, sometimes it goes like that. It's all about like playing physical and low scoring. I've seen plenty of games like that.
Like
Josh
barn burn.
Yeah, I know.
Out to Colby Barrow, working on Paul Croyle, inside to Matt Swanson. Trent Fisher on him. And Trent Fisher got a piece of it there. Christian Gold pushing up court.
Finds Paul Croyle. Paul Croyle for 3. Off the iron. Give it to Matt Swanson. Gives it to Larkins.
Larkins bringing it back up court.
Larkins dribbling, trying to get around Golden.
And he does not finish. Christian Golden back the other way. Pennridge with numbers. Paul Croyle pump fake inside, draws contact, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
I can't help clapping my hands. This is just a real good game being played here. Paul Croyle going to the line, shooting 2.
On the first one.
I always have to mention some free throws are just important in this game. I mean, I know you miss them from time to time, but
charity stripe can win you the game. And the second one is good.
Second one falls.
Money talks. Joe Larkins the other way. 33-26, a minute 12 remaining in the third quarter. North Penn almost lost the lead at the beginning of the second half, but has strengthened it since after a little spurt.
Gives it to Matt
Swanson working the paint, secured by Trent Fisher, and back the other way comes Pennridge, trying to push.
There comes Yoder on the outside, back up to Golden to Fisher.
Swinging it around, Anthony Phillips inside.
To Phillips, draws the foul.
Pennridge going to the line once more. Foul on Joe Larkins.
Foul on Larkins. He's going to get subbed out, I believe. It's his third foul.
Rob Karanji checking back in.
Anthony Phillips knocking the first one down.
33-27. Pennridge cuts the lead to 6. The second one is missed. Rebound by Pennridge. Offensive rebound, Pennridge. Christian Golden setting up the offense now. Trent Fisher with the screen. The mid-range J, and it is off the mark.
We apologize, another technical difficulty. The score clock seemingly went down. So
33-27. Pennridge has 27 right now.
Thank you, Vincent.
And
taken by Trent.
Defense.
There's going to be a Christian Golden's going to try to keep the ball in 15 possession.
Mike Chafee covering him tight. Out to Paul Croyle, 4-3. Off the mark. Luke Yoder almost goes. Shot at the buzzer. Not ball. We head into the fourth quarter. 33-27. North Penn leading. Pennridge trying to find answers here.
This has been a real good physical game. I mean, looking at what I've seen now, both are going harder to each other. They're really mad at each Miller. They're trying to get as much points. They're trying to win the game. North Penn especially. I mean, Pennridge is fighting for an 8th seed and a first round bye. North Penn is trying to take away that first round bye from us. So we have to play next week.
Indeed. Competitive atmosphere here, perfect. High school basketball, baby.
Yes, let's get it. As this fourth quarter gets underway, Pennridge 27, North Penn 33. You know what's really surprising? I haven't really seen a jump ball much this game. Pennridge is still under the possession arrow.
Indeed.
All right. It looks like Mike
Paul Croyle has come out of the game. Luke Yoder, Anthony Phillips, Trent Fisher, Colin Post, and Christian Golden is Pennridge 5 for North Penn.
Christian Golden takes it down. Trent Fisher on the point, on the 3-point line.
Kobe Barrow out there for North Penn.
Back out to Fisher. A quick pass by Yoder. Looks like a foul. Looks like a foul on Matthew Swanson, I'm guessing. Yep. Foul on Matthew Swanson. 13th foul for North Penn.
Christian Golden will inbound from down low. Finds Colin Post.
Trent Fisher.
A sloppy pass will result in a turnover and North Penn ball. Kobe Barrow controlling the ball now. Luke Yoder on him. Penn creating motion for an open man. Matt Swanson. Trent Fisher on him down low, and that bucket falls. 35-27.
Christian Golden bringing up the ball. North Penn covering close. Mike Sheffield and Golden. Luke Yoder taking it around. It looks like they're going to do a little handoff. Golden almost lost it, regains his own ball. Luke Yoder gets it, finding an open man.
Colin Post driving, and the bucket falls. It is one for Colin Post. He'll head to the line with the chance for a 3-point play.
Foul is on number 12, Kobe Barrow. His first foul of the game.
14th foul.
Colin Post shooting one. Balls for him.
35-30. Pennridge.
It's a close game here.
Cuts into the lead. Colin Post on Kobe Barrow.
Kobe Barrow dribbling the ball.
The alley-oop. North Penn.
Wow.
My golly, 37-30. Quite the play right there.
Kobe didn't like that ball there.
Joe Larkins comes back in. Kobe Barrow will check out. Colin Post inbound from the side.
Get it to Luke Yoder.
Setting up the offense now, Pennridge.
Gives out to Colin Post.
Larkins on him tight.
Trent Fisher. Anthony Phillips coming around for the low bucket.
37-32 North Penn.
37-32 North Penn. Timeout Pennridge. They're going to take a little timeout. Full timeout taken by D. Barretts.
37-32 here.
This is a real close game here. That alley-oop was crazy, though. I personally never expected it. I can tell the communication to the North Penn players, but personally, that came out of the blue for me. I was not expecting that.
Especially in a high school game in Bucks County.
Dean Barrett's really just getting to his players. He knows how much this means to him. It looks like Scoop might come back in, but I'm not entirely sure. Teams are going really competitive right now. Christian Golden, Colin Post, Chuck Fisher, Luke Yoder,
and Anthony Phillips.
There he is.
North Penn with the same 5. Joe Larkins will bring up the ball from North Penn.
Christian Golden's going to try to get good defense on him.
6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Pennridge down 5 with a chance at a first round bye on the line. Josh Jones, Anthony Phillips guarding.
Gives out to Chafee.
Swanson on the wing.
Good.
Finds.
Whoa, that was a little bit of no rim on that one. Just hit the backboard. Christian Golden dribbling up the ball. Give it to Anthony Phillips, to Colin Post, Luke Yoder. Colin Post, Anthony Phillips. Gives it to Trent Fisher.
Swanson on
moving
him.
the ball around.
Trying to make something happen in the paint. Outside the Colin Post.
Gives it to Trent Fisher again. Gives it a little shimmy. Off the backboard.
That is all. Still 37-32 here. 5:11 remaining now. Down low. Swanson blocked from behind. Trent Fisher. Christian Golden wants to push. Pennridge has numbers. Colin Post. He's going to go inside and throw seconds. He'll be sent to the line.
For 2 free throws.
Foul called on Robert Rankin. That's his first foul. North Penn's 6th team foul.
16 foul. Colin Post shooting 2.
The first bounces its way in. 37-33 now. 5 minutes remaining. Pennridge down 4.
Second shot, I'm sorry, for Colin Post.
Makes it. Cuts the lead to 3 now.
Josh Larkins will dribble up the ball. This is a close game right here. 37-34 North Penn. Sorry, my energy just sometimes takes over. I really like these games when they're really full of energy. Karanji. Back to Karanji. Double team.
Down low.
Chafee
for 4-3
off the fire. Christian Golden will take it down to the other side of the court. Colin Post. Oh, fakes him for a 3. Takes it. Full timeout taken by North Penn.
30-second time.
30-second timeout. I forget who was on. They said both teams. I was lost for a second. They said like a full on North Penn, then I saw a 30-second.
Yeah.
So
4:21 remaining in the game. Pennridge down 1.
I wanted to give a special shout out to Jeremy Freeman, executive producer of this. He really has made this possible, along with MJ McFellin, who's the brains behind every one of these. Shout out to those guys. Nolan Snyder Graphics, Matt Tomio and Tim Grindle on the cameras, and Trent Campbell on the camera down by the clock near the scoreboard, facing to the left.
Karangi will inbound to Joe Larkins. Larkins brings it up slowly.
Larkins will bring it up. Christian Golden. You can hear the student section just cheering.
Trent Fisher on Matt Swanson.
Matt Swanson gives it out to Josh Jones. Covered by Phillips. Mike Chafee. Covered by Yoder.
Chafee drives it down low. Comes back outside.
Chafee slows everything, slows stuff down, resets it out there.
Luke Yoder. Josh Jones now. Anthony Phillips to guard. This place getting good. 3:40 remaining. 37-36. This will go over for North Penn. North Penn now can apply pressure in the backcourt.
Colin Post delivering up the ball.
Tries to get the Christian Golden, cannot do it.
There's a foul. Good job by Colin Post drawing the foul. Let's see who it's on here. It's on Matthew Swanson. This is his third foul of the game.
Colin Post sets up at line once more.
Seven fouls on North Penn. That means it's a 1-1. What that basically means is each team, with a team that doesn't have 7 fouls, will get 1 shot. So in this case, Pennridge will get 1 shot if they make it to get the opportunity for a second. If it doesn't go in for the first one, it's automatically play off the rim.
1-1, guys.
Colin Post is shooting 1.
First half of the 1. And it's off the mark. Secured by Mike Shafee. Joe Larkins brings up the ball.
Joe Larkins is going to bring it up. Covered by Golden.
Rangy, guarded by Post. Now Phillips. Guarding Josh Jones.
Giving to Chafee. Chafee's just going to dribble around. Guarded by Yoder. Gives it to Karenji. Back to Larkins. Stolen by Trent Fisher. There we go. Larkins brings up the ball. Christian Golden applying pressure.
Momentum has shifted here at Pennridge. Three-pointer made. A great and timely answer by Mike Shafee. He has shown up when North Penn has needed him tonight. Trent Fisher now. Ball stolen. Shafee pass. Swat. Christian Golden.
Dang, I thought they almost took out the net there. I thought that was going to break the backboard. These breakaway nets.
It'll be North Penn inbound. Underneath the basket. Kobe Barrow inbound.
And Mike Chafee in the corner.
4-3
off the iron. Trent Fisher with the rebound. Christian Golden off the jump to Colin Post. It's over and down. Gives it to Anthony Phillips. Anthony Phillips. This is just coming out crazy, back and forth basketball.
Pennridge had to make this one a show, and they are doing that this fourth quarter, bringing all the action we need.
This is back and forth. Who knows who's going to win?
Pennridge playing their hearts out, knowing that that first round bye and home court advantage is on the line.
We should mention Trent Fisher usually is averaging 13.85 points per game and 8.5 rebounds. I could have mentioned that at the beginning, but
very impressive. Very impressive. Almost a double-double for the big man.
Almost a double-double.
A lot more scoring in this fourth quarter than the others.
This crowd is just getting louder.
Indeed, whole crowd getting into it now. Josh Jones will inbound to Joe Larkins. And will make their way down. This place is loud. College basketball atmosphere here. Mike Shafee from deep behind back. Kobe Barrow deep in each drills the three.
Yeah, Kobe Barrow, that was Kobe. Trent Fisher will have the ball on the outside. Christian Golden
tries to answer with the three. Back-to-back three-pointers here in the ball.
Oh my goodness, this game is just going ballistic.
This place going nuts. You know North Penn wants to answer with one of his own. Kobe Barrow for three.
That's a backboard. That was like a backboard air ball, just the way I view it. Colin Post. Luke Yoder has it back out to Post. Luke Yoder will have it.
Minute 20 remaining.
Give it out to Colin Post. Trent Fisher will take it in the other corner. Colin Post will have it.
Pennridge slowing it down now with the lead. As the clock ticks on, we're nearing a minute left in the ballgame.
Minute left in this ballgame, you know it's going to get intense.
Offensive foul going the other way.
Foul is on Colin Post.
Seemingly 41.2 seconds remaining in the game. Pennridge up 1. Blockbuster on our hands. Josh Jones squares up the three-pointer. Is on the money. 46-44. Penn takes the lead. How's Pennridge going to answer now?
Christian Golden to Trent Fisher. Foul on the ground. It's a 1-1, and it's a foul on Joe Larkins.
Close to the line. A familiar place for him tonight.
Josh Larkins has 4 fouls.
And they'll bring back in Robert Rank. Kobe Barrow checking out. Ticks remaining on the clock.
Colin Post taking the second free throw at the line. Nothing.
Taking
30 second timeout. Oh my gosh. Are you feeling a little nervous, Vincent? The intensity of this game.
I love the intensity.
Oh my goodness.
And to be commentating it is just something else.
It's just a dream come true.
It's quite the experience.
You know it quite is. This is a real tight game. Tied 46 apiece. Pennridge and North Penn. If Pennridge wins, they're an 8th seed and a bye for the first week in the playoffs. If not, they play next week.
Everything on the line for the Rams at home.
This is going to be quite intense here. The crowd's going to be pretty loud for this one.
Josh Jones is going to be inbounding to Joe Larkins. I wonder if they're going to hold for the last shot here or just try and score right away. Leave Pennridge with a chance. It could go either way.
Josh Larkins gets the ball up.
Joe Larkins.
I apologize. I keep saying Josh Larkins. You're good, bro. Christian Golden coming tightly. You can hear them already. Joe Larkins to Mike Chapey.
Luke Yoder all over. Timeout taken. 8.9 ticks remaining on the clock. It's a North Penn timeout. They'll try and draw up a play here to get the last shot and avoid sending this game to overtime. But honestly, Evan, I would not mind watching more of this game.
I would not either. This game is just too important for both sides.
It's just provided me nothing but excitement.
I know, this is just crazy. I mean, Pennridge and North Penn going right at each other non-stop for these past 32 minutes. Just insanity in the barn. The barn is also part of a Grandview Health Stadium here at Pennridge High School. We got Hellman Field up at the top where we play football. You've probably seen the Pennridge football team at the Turkey Bowl where they beat rival Quakertown.
Indeed. Showing the refs there at midcourt.
The refs are just doing their job at midcourt.
We'll see what kind of play North Penn has drawn up here for the last 8 seconds.
Honestly, I can tell that the Pennridge student section and the Pennridge crowd is going to have to be as loud as possible in order for them to stop.
Both teams with 2 timeouts. Kobe Barrow will inbound right.
Kobe Barrow inbound right.
Post on him.
Watch out,
and they call a timeout just in time before the 5-second violation. That would have resulted in Pennridge ball. Great defense there by Pennridge to avoid that inbound pass. North Penn will try and draw up something else there.
North Penn has 1 timeout remaining. Pennridge has 2. 8.3 seconds, 4th quarter, 46 apiece.
Heads up play by Barrow to call a timeout. See what North Penn comes out with this time.
Both coaches, as I've seen throughout this game, parents and the coach of North Penn both try to argue with the rest of the ball. I keep mentioning you have to be careful in that situation. You don't want to lose your head coach.
Especially in a tight game like this. At this
tight game like this, you have to be really careful.
Trent Fisher will be on Matt Swanson here.
Matt Swanson will throw in. Trent Fisher up on him.
Nobody open the ball. Won't get one. Barons will call a timeout there to draw up a play for Pennridge. We'll see if they can answer and score and finish this game up. 7 ticks remaining on the clock. Still 46-46. North Penn failed to create an offensive possession there. Could not inbound the ball successfully. We'll see what Pennridge can come up with.
The ref smiling as he's given the foul call. I've seen many refs smile these days, you know, like even in the big leagues when I forget what his name, Joakim Noah or whatever his name is, accidentally hits the ref after he makes an and one on Darren Crawford. That was just a funny move.
Yeah.
Pennridge talking about their game plan.
North Penn already on the floor. Coach of North Penn exchanging some words with the officials. We'll see what Pennridge draws up here. 7 seconds left.
Pennridge ball, 7.2 seconds left.
They'll inbound to try and get it down court. Post inbound.
Here we go. Christian Golding, they get it in.
5,
4.
Anthony Phillips has a look, puts up a shot, it's off, and will be headed to overtime. Tied 46 apiece, no scoring in those final seconds by either team.
I gotta tell you, my heart was pounding in those last seconds. I was like, is it gonna be a game winner today? Well, we might never know when this game's going to end. Ready for an extra 4 minutes or 4 minutes of basketball. Pennridge and North Penn, 46 apiece at the end of the fourth quarter of regulation. We're adjusting our scoreboard to overtime. As I kept mentioning, MJ McPhail and the men behind this, he has more knowledge than me in this computer stuff. I have a tiny bit of computer knowledge.
Yeah. Word to MJ for getting this all together. Seriously,
he made this all possible.
Yeah, that kid is impressive. It'll be a jump ball.
Josh Jones and Trent Fisher for an extra 4 minutes of gameplay. The ball don't lie. May the best man win.
Christian Golden grabs the tip.
Christian Golden running the ball up. Mike Chafee.
Colin Post, Pennridge on him.
Colin Post taking it right bucket.
Colin Post, big factor in those last minutes.
Give it to
getting clutch after clutch.
Give it to Larkins.
Larkins back the other way for North Penn now.
You got to reset, slow it down a little bit. Just reset the play. Give it to Mike Chafee. Covered by Yoder. And you can already hear this place erupting again. Give him back out to Josh Jones. Covered by Phillips. Back out to Larkins. Back out to Jones. Covered by Phillips.
Almost a minute going by, no scoring just yet. North Penn's really slowing it down here, taking the time.
Mike Chafee covered by Yoder. Back out to Karanji. To Larkins, covered by Golden.
Looks inside, cannot find Chafee. Jones out to Shafee. Open look for three.
Off the mark. Rebound by Larkins.
Larkins, the mid-range jumper is
off
no
the
good.
brim.
Anthony Phillips controls the rebound.
Let's go, Lou. He puts it up for Lou.
Six. Back the other way comes North Penn.
Larkins has it. Gives it to Pennridge, covered by Colin Post. Gives it to Josh Jones. Guarded by Phillips. Back to the shooter.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. The time not short.
Trying to slowing down the offense.
Larkins has it now.
Larkins has it. Covered by Golden.
Looking for Swanson down low. They find him.
Gives it to Golden.
And Christian Golden recovers it back the other way. Pennridge up to 2 minutes remaining in overtime.
Colin Post has the ball. Back to Anthony Phillips to Trent Fisher. Trent's going to decide. He's going to pass it to Anthony Phillips down to Colin Post. Back up to CG.
Kobe Barrow checking in. Jump ball.
Jump ball. North Penn, I think, has a possession arrow.
Possession arrow is leading towards North Penn indeed. Still a 2-point game with 1:45 remaining. Joe Larkins will bring it up.
Joe Larkins brings it up. Covered by Christian Golden.
Gets a piece of it. Larkins controls it. Josh Jones for three. Open look and it hits. 49-48. North Penn takes the lead. Pennridge wants to get right back at him. Applying the pressure. Finds Trent Fisher in the paint. Big man move makes it 50-49. 1:15 remaining. Joe Larkins back the other way for North Penn, down one.
Covered by Christian Golden. Larkins dribbling the ball. Gives it to Kobe Barrow. Colin Post covering up top. Back to Larkins. Covered by Golden. Almost got it. Back to Chafee.
Chafee for three.
Off the front iron.
North Penn secures the rebound. Kobe Barrow.
Colin Post
back to Mike Chafee for three. It's an open look and it hits. 52-50. Christian Golden back the other way. Pennridge now down to Mike Chafee, showing up in the clutch once again. The man
Christian Golden
in crunch time.
It will pop out.
Post will be sent to the line once more. North Penn coach wants an over the back foul and he won't get it. Instead, Colin Post at the line to shoot two with a chance to tie the game with 35.6 seconds left in overtime.
Colin Post shooting two.
Again and again, Colin Post has contributed from the charity stripe tonight. And he hits the first one, 52-51. Second one here can tie the game.
Colin Post shooting one more. They'll shoot, and he makes it.
Timeout called Pennridge.
This is going to be a good one here. They're going to organize a good defense.
5 seconds left in play. The chance reining in for Colin Post as he continues to contribute in crunch time.
Barrett's are going to try to find a good defense out here. It's just been on and off, just, oh my goodness.
I mean, for the first game we're live streaming, like, I couldn't ask for any more. This is
I couldn't ask for anything better than this. And great to do it with Vincent Sordini.
I'm honored, Evan. You as well, my friend.
Yeah. Full timeout was taken by Barons. They're going to organize a defense, grab a drink.
Get back out there. 52-52.
Here they come. Here they come. Both teams. 35.6 35.6 seconds left in overtime. 52 apiece.
North Penn will inbound from the opposite end.
Looks like defense is going to apply a half-court press. Half-court trap as soon as they cross the court. At least what I'm reading from the players on the court.
Joe Larkins will bring it up slowly. Take his time. North Penn definitely drew something up here. We'll see what they run here. Christian Golden on him tight. Larkins maneuvering. Christian Golden picks his pocket. Has the ball at midcourt.
Jump. I thought that was going to be a jump ball.
That will send Matt Swanson to the line for 2.
Foul on trap.
I thought there was a Pennridge timeout called at midcourt by Luke Yoder when he had possession of the ball. Was it the second timeout?
Free throw.
Maybe up and in. 14.6 seconds remaining here. North Penn goes up 153 to 52. Matt Swanson, we'll see if he makes the second one here. It is in. Timeout called North Penn. Full timeout. That'll also give Pennridge an opportunity to draw something up here.
Coach John Conrad talking with his team. And I can understand the frustration of Dean Behrens. He thought he saw, even you said it, Vincent. Even you said that Luke set that screen at half court and that was a new.
Yeah, I think that's what Behrens was protesting there with the referee, and then.
Yeah, I felt like that was a jump ball and it was called late because it looked like both teams had possession. I mean, just from my perspective, I thought it was a jump ball and it would go Pennridge, but
we'll see what Pennridge can draw up here and see if they can come back, tie the game, take the lead in the last 14.6 seconds remaining. Colin Post will inbound.
Pennridge either needs a 2.
Christian Golden bringing it up here. That layup, no good. Trent Fisher. A minute and 6 seconds remaining in the game. Trent Fisher, offensive board, and the clutch put back to tie the game. My God,
Mr. Behrens needs to chill out a little bit, but he knows he's a good man. He's keeping his cool.
They put 3.2 ticks back on the clock.
And the timeout was called, I can understand why it was that late. Colby Barrow is going to check back into the game. As you can tell, he just tapped the table. Honestly, Trent Fisher though, oh my gosh. The big man in the front, he comes in clutch. Oh my goodness.
Senior playing his heart out tonight for that first round bye.
He knows he wants that first round bye.
Teams taking the floor now once more. We might be headed to double overtime. Knock on wood. See what North Penn can do here. Colby Barrow inbounding. North Penn looking for one final heave to see if
this is going to be a good one right here. Colby Barrow trying to start to pass it in.
Swanson take the shot from midcourt.
easy.
Both teams left it all on the floor. I tip my cap to Matt Swanson and North Penn. You don't see many of those.
So final score, 57-54, North Penn. Matthew Swanson, MVP for that game-winning shot. In return, Pennridge will not have their first round bye. They will be playing next week to be determined.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
It was a blast.
It was a blast here. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We thank you all for watching, and be sure tomorrow at 7 p.m. we will be broadcasting the girls basketball game in the White Gym here at Pennridge High School. They will be playing to be determined, but Vincent Sordini will be back for that. We want to thank our producer MJ McPhail, the camera crew, Tim Grindle, Matt Tomio, and Trent Campbell, not Trent Fisher.
No problem there. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night. We're off.